Ever heard of laser car lights? That might remind you some science fiction. But this is actually a real technology that's starting to rise in car industry. These are some most advanced and best lights money can buy. The working mechanic for laser headlight is, first it will have several lasers within the light. When the power turns on, the laser will first hit the reflection mirror in front of the car light. Those mirrors will focus the beam through a phosphorus which will illuminate like LED, and turn the laser into safe white light. Nowadays, car lights are so advanced that most people did not notice how far we have come from just some random lamps that mounted on car, to the top-ended technology prototype. In the very beginning stage of cars, headlights were not a priority for driving. Back in 1890, people didn't even bother to drive at night due to the bad road conditions and unreliable car structures. Drivers tended to avoid the potential risk of stalling at night. However, if they had to drive at night, their limited choices for lighting included kerosene lamps and whale oil lamps. This situation continued until a great advancement in 1900 when the carbide lamp, also known as acetylene gas lamps, was invented. However, the working mechanism for this light is actually quite dangerous by today's standards. It contains a water tank in the upper chamber and calcium carbide blocks in the lower chamber, and is built into a light housing. When water drips on the calcium carbide, it generates acetylene gas which is extremely flammable. To turn it on, you need to control the valve to release water at the proper velocity, then open the light shield and ignite the gas. And there you have it, the very first light designed for the car industry. During that time, the carbide lamp was simply a flame in front of a mirror contained in a light housing, with light intensity and consistency that were not ideal. The first electric lamp was developed in 1898, but only became mainstream around 1912. The same year that Cadillac introduced a full electric lighting system. Before 1924, a company suggested the concept of combining high beam and low beam in the same light bulb. Back then, the old car light was a sealed beam headlight that looked like a shell. It was a whole 7-inch light bulb that was mounted on the car, which meant that if it broke, you had to replace the whole light. Ever since the first use of the halogen bulb in 1955, it has been a very popular light for most of the automobile factory until now. After some years at about 1991, high-intensity discharge lamps, as known as xenon lamp, was first published. It have a unique structure. It has no filament but have an electric current travel through the xenon gas. Along with HID lights, there came light-emitting diodes, or LEDs as we call them today. LEDs were developed in the early 2000s, can produce light up to 90% more efficiently than incandescent light bulbs. An electrical current passes through a microchip, which illuminates the tiny light sources we call LEDs. LEDs emit light in only one direction, generate less heat, and can work up to 20 times longer than regular bulbs. This lowers the strain on the car's electrical system, which in turn can improve fuel economy and reduce the chance of malfunctions. So, why are LEDs still popular despite being replaceable? Although upgrading to adaptive LED headlights or even laser lights is sometimes an option on luxury models, LEDs remain popular because they are energy efficient, have a longer lifespan, come in a range of colors, are dimmable, produce less heat, and are safer to use. Despite some limitations, ongoing research and development continues to improve their quality and affordability. We have come a long way from the most primitive kerosene lamps to the most advanced laser headlight systems. It is believed that in the future, the automotive industry will continue to introduce more innovative headlight systems, and we look forward to it.